Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the table. We are here for seven. We're on seven, right?
7. Oh yeah.
Seventh session
Climbing on up.
of a city apart, and I think we're heading out of the city again. Well, I mean, kind of. The city just happens to have a big old forest in it that you guys are going into.
As cities normally do.
Yeah,
Pretty
everything in this little enclosed mountain area. It's all the city.
What I'd love to know is, why is it forgotten though? Like, I've never forgotten about the forest. It's like always on my mind.
Always on my mind. It's the Forgotten Forest because I never got lazy with naming things. It's forgotten for reasons that you might not know, but you might want to, if you want to roll a history check. But we're not even in character asking this, so you can't roll one now.
My character does not give two shits why it's named that.
I am going to go ahead and open Roll20. That'll probably help me.
That'd be a good first step.
Okay. Now that's done. I believe last time we left off, you were all speaking to Obsession. Sorry, I have it here. I'm pulling things up as we're chatting because I've been looking at the calendar for half a day. You were all talking to Obsession. Obsession and Mina did something weird, and I think you left, right? Like, you kind of were walking away from Obsession, walking away from this hold in the Eve's Law where the Longhouse is, and towards the forest, right? That's where we ended?
Yes.
Yeah, we ended convinced Vogue to go same day, while he's not carrying, which is very stressful.
Yeah. You're stuck with us now.
There's forward momentum, baby.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Consequences.
Well, with that, you leave this small town in the Eve's Law behind you as you walk forth out and into the forest. You guys can hear music. I just hit play.
Yes.
Oh, good. It's me again. Love this. I'm glad you're being soothed. You are all heading over the rocky, hilly terrain far to the west of the Eve's Law, seeing the tree line before you as you make your way.
Is Mina skipping? That's the question.
Yes, I think skipping ahead, like gently, then pausing to wait for you to catch up.
As always.
Is it early afternoon right now? What's the time of day?
I've been looking at a calendar all day, not a clock.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I think it's a little later in it's probably afternoon at this point. You guys were around the run for most of the morning, so it's a little bit later in the afternoon now.
So, Mina, wait up.
Oh. Okay.
What? Did you fully understand what she wants us to dig out of these streams? Some sort of beaver dams are blocking the flow?
No, I don't know if she meant that they were physically blocked as much as they might be spiritually blocked.
And how do you spiritually unblock a river?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But that sounds like something would be wonderful to discover, though.
I will say emotional support has never been my forte, so I'll just watch and encourage you from the sideline. Okay?
Okay, but I mean, I don't want you to think that you guys just need to help me out. I mean, we could discover rare ingredients here, Vogue, for your dishes, or potentially even find something that's worth. You never know what you're going to find in the forest.
Well, let's keep our eyes open.
Perception check. No, I'm kidding.
So you're heading into the forest using the gorgeous map that I spent many hours coming up with for you, where in the forest are you heading? Let me like a little blue dot that is like where the water bear. This is that pond where you found the water bear.
Trust me, viewers, you do not need to see this
It's-
mess.
Please, it is. It's the
We'll
best.
publish
I can
Maybe someday I'll have a viewer-facing version of this map. Who knows?
We'll publish an HD
We can
version
dream.
of this map to the Patreon. You can,
Right.
you can.
Yes.
Well, my strategy, knowing that there's going to be some kind of thing going on with water here, I don't think I'm as concerned about finding my way back to the water bear nest or whatever, but I would be looking for anything that is like a stream or like could be like a leading to like a maybe a stream or anything like a moving body of water, and then or potentially if it isn't going to physical blockage, maybe like an empty riverbed or an empty creek bed or something like that.
And Obsession did say that it was deep within the forest. So it's on the border of it.
Yeah, much deeper than you've gone before.
Well, I like the idea of finding a stream and following it downstream, right? All streams eventually lead to some kind of river and they flow into each other. Maybe we can
That's how it works.
figure that out. Right?
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't really know. I'm kind of letting. I'm just kind of letting it happen.
Okay.
That's kind of a strange thing to say. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that last time I tried to impose something on the spirits, and I made a mistake. I think. Of course, it wasn't a mistake to bring Rhea back, but I'm trying not to do that again. I'm trying to stay open.
Well, Mina, however the spirits feel about it, I am very grateful you brought me back.
I am too. And I don't know that I brought you back as much as created the possibility for you to come back on your own. If that makes sense.
I think Rhea kind of like tilts her head up and she shows I guess it's turning into a scar by now. Maybe not. It's really early for that. But you see the wound and you're like, yeah. I think you helped. I think you helped.
I'm glad if I did. And thank you both for helping me with this. I just need to make this right with Obsession if I'm going to continue to learn from her or train with her in any meaningful way.
We want her on our good side, that's for sure.
I think she might know more than she's letting on about the visitors.
You think? That's a guarantee, honey.
Yes, I don't know, but probably because she doesn't trust us yet. She doesn't want to let us in because she doesn't know if we can be trusted. So maybe can show that we can be, and then we'll find out more. At least, maybe have an ally.
Oh, that'd be great. Someone like her as an ally.
Sure. Yeah. Half-naked ox women are cool.
She's scary. She's definitely very scary.
Also scary.
It's true. But sometimes people are just scary on the outside, and then when you really get to know them, they're not scary at all. But then, of course, sometimes they're not scary on the outside, and then when you get to know them, they're very scary, so...
So what is scary, you know? Maybe we should define that. That's a joke. Rhea said the joke, by the way.
Most of the things we've seen so far, I found very scary to some extent.
Someone can give me a survival check as you wander the woods looking for some sort of pools of water that are locked up. Have some moss or something growing in them.
Would I be able to roll nature on this?
You know,
Like,
I had a
to be able
feeling
to-
you were going to ask that.
Hmm.
Because I think that's the angle Mina's coming at it from. I'm not really skilled in tracking. That's not my forte. But I'd be more looking for signs in the natural world, like certain, vegetation being dried out or dead copses. You know what I mean? Something a little more. I guess Yeah, like, I mean, whatever you want. I can roll either one, man, but whatever you think.
No, I think that makes sense. Give me a nature check.
Okay. 16.
Pretty good.
Very good. Yeah. You keep an eye out as you're going deeper and deeper into the forest. You find very small, barely trickling kind of natural bits of water from here. Remember that because Parsa is surrounded by these snow-capped mountains, and the sky above the city is always clear, right? Kind of the only place water comes in is from down the mountains and in. Because you're fairly close to the center of the city, there's actually less natural water here, right? There's less natural above ground water. So knowing this, looking at this, seeing what you see, you actually go further westwards, looking at these mountains that are fairly far in the distance, and you kind of take a southwestern kind of route. You walk for most of the remainder of the day, and above you, the sky is turning to these pastels of red and pink that you see above the foliage. And you do think you're heading in the right direction. Like, for what you're looking for, this is obviously the way to go. But the sun is going down and you haven't found it yet. I think you're realizing how deep in the forest must really mean. And again, you're at the point where, you're further in this forest than you've been before. You haven't seen anything that would be cause for alarm, for danger, quite yet. But you also know that those things do lurk within the foliage. There are worse things than water bears here.
I think I'd look for a spot somewhere maybe sheltered somewhat to be able to camp for the night.
Sure. And at this point, as you fairly easily find a place, again, you're not sure how secluded it is, but it's dry and comfortable enough, and you have a good enough look at your surroundings, that the mountains are no longer these distant peaks. In the distance, they actually rise up above you a bit. Still a distance away, but again, the sheerness of them, imposing, much closer here than they are in your home in Grunion Run. But certainly you're able to find a place to camp.
Okay, I will ward this area so we don't have to worry about any intruders in the night, and we won't have to worry about keeping watch. And I'll begin to virtually cast alarm in 20-foot cube around this campsite. Give me 10 minutes. Or, well, actually 11 minutes, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Again, fairly calm, idyllic. Often what you come to expect from your previous forays into the north of this forest, where it is usually fairly safe. Again, this big-ass water-breathing bear that you fought last time, it was very strange for it to be this far out. And this is, again, different because it's nighttime. You're spending the night, but you're there with your friends.
Throughout the day, Vogue would have been chatty as we walked, excited to find the half-trickling streams, happy that we're in the right direction. But as the evening wears on, he gets more and more introspective, and by now he probably hasn't said a word in over an hour. While Mina is casting, he is going to busy himself finding wood for a campfire.
I think Rhea kind of just follows him, kind of like a shadow. She doesn't say anything. She's there though.
He'll kind of look at you oddly with his bundle of wood. Gonna help with this, or
I mean, I'm helping as she's holding a bundle of wood. Everything okay?
It's gonna be a rough night.
And I think Rhea kind of turns to see where Mina is, seeing if she's still busy or not, and then she goes, you know, I said I wouldn't use any drugs tonight, but I can cover for you if you really need to.
Need to? I don't have any.
You don't have any opium left?
No, we smoked it.
The whole
Last
fucking
night.
ball?
That's what I assumed. 2 people, 2 experienced users on a hookah. I feel like.
Yeah, and I think once you start burning the opium, you're not thinking, dude, take it off the heat to save that for later.
I would.
Yeah. I think the rest of it goes up in smokes as you do. You know?
Yes.
So you have, and they get a bit jittery. You have nothing left.
Were you not listening? This is why I didn't want to go today.
Well, I thought you had something left.
If I had something left, I wouldn't have been such a bitch about it.
You were a bitch about it.
For good reason.
Okay, well, okay, yeah.
Whatever,
No,
let's just light this fire and try to sleep as soon as I can.
yeah. Okay, sure.
As this alarm spell is cast around this small camping area that you have, as you have a low fire going to keep you warm, you know, not just comfortable, the air in this wonderful idyllic paradise of Parsa is always fairly warm, but it's very comforting to have the fire there too.
Vogel start digging through his pouch, finding discarded spree pouches, packets, and chewing them.
Are you taking watches tonight?
Are we?
Mina feels comfortable with the alarm as far as that goes. I need to figure out, guys, by the way, as a half elf, I know I have the thing where I can't be put to sleep with magic, but I don't know if I sleep or not, and I need to figure that out because it's going to be relevant if I do the meditate. I don't know if I'm not clear on that.
I think only full elves do the meditation thing.
Okay, so
although
I would still sleep.
I'm perfectly fine because we kind of brought it up before. If you want to say like Mina does that too, like I don't know if it's
Maybe a little bit, but I think mostly just I think I actually would prefer if to be as accurate as I can be with that. So yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would. I mean, if anything enters that we don't want to, it will let me know, and I'll be woken up immediately.
Are
Good.
we gonna get woken up immediately?
Can wake up once I'm woken up.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what if it wakes you up, but then it's too late and we haven't woken up yet? What happens then?
When you say too late, what do you mean by that?
Just not to bring out bad memories or anything, but the last time we were here, I just thought I would leave alone. So.
Oh, I can actually make it make a sound for everyone. Yes.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
It'll be like a little bell. Well, like a big, well,
Make
Can
it
we
loud. Make it really
like a loud, like
yeah.
a big bell.
Like a big
Okay.
boom, you know?
Okay, I can do that. So that way it'll wake us all up.
Perfect. Good night.
Good night.
someone roll a d20.
Can I do it? Me. 19!
Ooh,
Wait, is
could
that
be
19
very good or
enemies?
Very bad. 19 bats swarm.
God dang
Rhea.
it.
As you all sleep through the evening, what does your alarm sound like, Mina, as it goes off?
It sounds like a little, kind of like a ringing of a cowbell.
Oh
Ding, ding.
no, I regret rolling so hard. Why
Yeah.
did you guys let me do this?
Your eyes pop open as you hear a cowbell. You know, the first thing on your mind, Mina, is Mugen, but no, Mugen is safe in his barn.
Good.
And you are in the middle of the woods. As you all come awake at a start, you can roll for me a perception check each of you.
Ooh.
What do you- 14, 13, 12.
12.
Very
Look at
convenient
you go.
ladder there.
Look at us being the same, but not.
Oh, okay. So you all see scuttling away, close to the ground with its belly scraping, this four-legged creature with this big tail swishing in and out as it turns around. It looks vaguely reptilian. And you kind of wake up and you look in the direction and you see a tongue flick out of its head as it goes behind a tree. It looks to be about 10 feet long.
Holy.
Oh,
You see that lizard?
there's only one?
That you saw?
Oh.
Well, maybe we should try to startle it. I don't know.
Scared off?
No, I don't. Wait, maybe. Oh, I guess that would work. But I don't want to make it angry either.
What's it doing behind that tree?
I'll check, and I'll send Timothy out and switch to his sight as he does a flyby.
Make a
like-
perception check for Timothy.
Is
I think
it
it's-
fired down to coals, or is it...
That's a 3, probably.
Yeah, you go behind the tree and Timothy's fluttering around there and doesn't see anything. And as it's looking, what is Timothy's DC? DC.
Higher than 8, surely.
It's a
Hold up.
butterfly, dude. I don't know about that.
So
They're hard to
looking
hit.
at Moth right now, 14 actually.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
What I'm seeing, it has a
Hard to
pretty
hit.
good. Maybe that can't be right. Well, I guess
You
that's
ever
pretty
try
good
to punch
dex.
a butterfly? Like,
I guess it's because it's tiny. It might have
Yeah.
that.
And as Timothy's floating around, he flutters out of the way as some big lizard jaws try to clamp down around this bug-like meal, but he is able very easily to scoot out of the way. As this lizard seems to have climbed the tree.
what?
And it's kind of like upside down now, and it just kind of like, and seeing it now through Timothy's eyes, pretty up close, it looks to be a giant lizard. Like, it doesn't look like a monster creature thing. Like, it looks like bestial. Like, it is a giant lizard, and it just took a bite at this this moth that came close.
Are you hungry? And I will pull out just like a whatever meat ration, like whatever dried meat I have. And I will I'll toss it up to the creature to see if it will.
Yeah, make an animal handling check.
Oh,
So
these are rare.
as I'm tossing this little hunk of jerky, or whatever, I just do the somatic component, and I will use my sympathetic binding to cast animal friendship.
Oh,
And the material component is a morsel of food.
nice.
Nice.
Range is 30 feet, so if I get closer, Matt, I can get closer. But it makes
Animal friendship. Is that a save?
It is a. Let's see. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, it fails automatically. Otherwise,
Not
it must do a wisdom saving throw, or it's charmed by me for the spell's duration.
It's
Sorry,
gonna be
if it's 4 or higher it fails, or 4 or lower it fails?
or higher.
It doesn't
automatic
affect the
spell
failure
save.
chance. It's just a straight up wisdom saving. Is what you say.
So it's just a straight roll, and that's a 5.
So, it works, and I think you see, Mina just cocks her head and smiles at this creature, and it is charmed by me for the next 24 hours.
And as you throw this, the lizard comes and bites it, and it crawls down, kind of strangely the way it's able to crawl so easily, in these weird angles. The creature this big, like imagine like a Gila monster that can like go up the side of a building. Like that's what this looks like. And it comes down and it just kind of like looks at you expectantly.
I have a little more. Do you like cheese? And I'll pull out some random, I'll pull out just a random assortment of like farmer food, like a lunch box, whatever the fuck. I like my pack, my bindle, and
Roman's been
He'll eat whatever cheese you want to feed.
and then
him.
as I am feeding it cheese, I will attempt to I'll say, most of my friends that are animals like their belly rubbed, and I'll try to just do some light belly rubbing
I mean,
to
be
see
careful. Your
how it
fingers.
reacts.
Careful about
Yeah,
your
this-
Use a finger.
It's a little difficult at first because like you're trying to get it, but he's like on all fours and it's
Yeah, you gotta
almost
get-
from the ground,
Yeah.
and then you kind of like teach it to like, ugh.
Like a cat,
Over on the
like the
side.
big cat.
And yeah,
Just
Yeah,
very
as
gently, but you need to do a little force because otherwise,
yeah, he's into it, and you get the idea that this is just a giant lizard that was going out at night and like was like, what's over there, and just happened to trip your alarm going in the general area.
Look, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Oh yeah.
Is that what dragons look like? Is that a baby dragon?
I don't think it has wings, right?
But it's a baby, so maybe it grows wing later.
It's, I don't know. If I remember
baby.
my games anatomy course from the school, there's nothing about wingless dragons.
Okay. So it's not a dragon. Okay.
Should we tie it up, Mina?
No, it's a friend.
Okay, but for how long? You know? Like until it goes hungry? Because I'm not trying to be around with it when it goes hungry. You know?
No, it's going to be friendly to us. As long as you don't hurt it or attack it. For the next day or so.
Well, hopefully it leaves tomorrow, right? Or maybe even now.
Do you want
trying to keep it
if
as a
you want
pet?
to pet its belly, Vogue, you can just say that.
Do it, Vogue. I triple
Can't
dare you.
resist.
It's very therapeutic.
I'll
Scales are very.
approach it from
It's a nice
the
sensory experience.
tail direction so that it can't quite snap at me as easily, and touch its scaly gut.
Yeah, roll an animal.
Yeah, it's not charmed by you. Just me.
Oh!
We have 4.
It just like starts using its legs to like kick you away,
Oh.
like its tail to like push you, which is like very strong, and the tail like actually like managed to move you.
Oh.
You inches
Okay,
back.
I got it. It's just like a cat. No belly.
I think it
Maybe
doesn't
tomorrow.
like
I don't know what you mean.
Exactly like that. Exactly. You guys do know. I'll stay up with it for a little while to keep watch. Now that the alarm is.
Oh, it's like one and done? One alarm?
No,
is-
I can just cast it again, but I'm saying that I'll stay up with. Well, we need a name for him. We can't just call him Lizard.
Lizzie?
Lizzie.
Very creative.
I know.
That's a good name.
Yeah, thanks.
Sometimes the best names are not creative at all. I
Like
find.
Mugen.
Listen,
Well, it's a bit creative, guys. It's like Lizzie as in lizard. It's clever.
We did understand, Rhea. Yes,
But-
thank you for
Well,
clarifying.
you're calling it uncreative when I would argue it's okay creative, you know?
Whatever you say.
Okay.
okay, I'm going to cast that alarm spell again, and then me and Liz are going to stay up eating cheese for a while. So, you guys can feel free to do whatever you want.
Yeah, I
How
need
far
mine.
off dawn are we? Should we get moving?
It is noted it's very early. That was the first of 3 rolls you were going to make this evening.
Oh, Jesus.
So you did not get much.
But now we have a lizard in case something
Now
else
you
falls
have a
upon us.
Now you have a charmed lizard.
Yeah, I need my beauty sleep, so.
You,
We'll
you guys,
just shiver by the fire.
you solved my lizard puzzle. Congratulations.
Yay! We did it.
You are able to recast your alarm parameter. You sleep through the rest of the night. The lizard. I'm gonna be honest. I did not research how lizards' digestive systems work, but I'm going to assume that feeding it cheese gives it really bad gas.
I'm going to type into Google right now, can lizards eat cheese?
They can, but it's going to give them really, really stanky gas.
They're lactose
I don't know if-
intolerant.
I don't know how much reptiles fart, but
Surely
this
it smells
one-
like that.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
I'm sure
good.
it does.
It's not good.
To our sense
We'll
of
say that
humility.
Mina mostly gave gave Lizzie meat. And
He just
or
googled
most-
it. It says cheese is deadly for
Listen,
lizards.
well, I mean, that much cheese on me, but yeah, I'll just cuddle with Lizzie for the remainder of the evening.
Yeah, you cuddle up to a very farty,
Nice.
very farty. Yeah, see, lizards are lactose intolerant. I can Google that shit.
I don't know, man. I was like, what would I have? I was like, what would mean to have on her? Like, probably like cheese. Like,
Yeah.
Cheese, meat, bread.
Now-
crack-
yeah, like
You don't have enough to harm the thing, but you know,
no.
just saying. But you all wake up in the morning, refreshed, rejuvenated. Vogue, roll a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdoms. All right. 15.
You're good.
Define good.
I mean, why wouldn't you be?
Yeah, Vogue. Why wouldn't
because I'm
you be?
fiending. I'm fiending, man. What's the mechanic?
Well, that's not wisdom. That's
Uh,
Constitution.
if fucking off back home to find drugs is wisdom.
Oh no.
Okay.
Nope. Okay. So where were you going? What you doing?
Is this lizard big enough for me to sit crisscross applesauce on its back and ride it?
Yeah, it's a large creature. You can definitely crisscross applesauce on this lizard without a
It's
question.
like carefully balanced. Only a couple of ridges or something.
This is kind of like another campaign we play where a character has a pet lizard, except this isn't the Arctic, so it makes a little more sense.
It's not a snow. It's not a cold lizard.
Yeah, it's
Cold-blooded
not an
snow
Arctic
lizard.
lizard.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Vogel makes some like shitty oatmeal for breakfast.
You could do better, Vogue.
Why bother?
Because I'm eating it.
Cook yourself. Here's my ration pack.
Okay, Grumpy.
Oh my god, let's get this over with.
Do you want to pet Lizzie? Would that make you feel better, folk?
Well,
Or
we
maybe
tried
let's-
that last night, and look at its claws. It's like one of those sinks into me, and
Yeah,
I'm
they're
toast.
pretty big. Okay, well, hopefully we'll be able to find it today then. It shouldn't be too much longer.
Nobody roll yet, but who is kind of leading the charge, looking for these pools of water, and what skill do you plan on using to look? Fairly open to this. I would give you this of choose something you're good at.
I mean, I don't know if it can be as direct as investigation, but I don't know if.
Yeah.
Also, if you guys would rather do something too, because I don't
Well-
know if I want to just co-opt all the roles or whatever. But
Ria would be following Mina, to be honest.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, investigation's pretty straightforward. That would make
Yeah,
sense.
just like
What
to
is
see-
your modifier for investigation?
like, just what my plus is to it?
Yeah.
It's 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to get a 25. It would be impossible for you to get the 25 amount of information and stuff that you would need for that. But roll.
Oh no, I need a 25.
Well, there are tiers.
I got a 16, a respectable 16. Okay.
Very
I
respectful.
At level 3, 16 is respectable.
Quite good. Quite good. With a 16, you head off, and looking up at the mountains, kind of making a plan from yesterday, you're like, I'm definitely close enough to these mountains to have water coming off of them, right? Like, and you find some small little bits of water that mostly disappear under a hill or among the roots of trees. Some that you could tell, like water will run here sometimes, but it's dried up, but dried up kind of like because the ice is not melting as much, as opposed to there's not a blockage. Like you're almost like too close to the mountains. So instead you head southward. Trying to stay kind of a bit parallel to the mountains, which is difficult because you're moving now again through most of the day. And the mountains, curve a bit. This whole city is kind of a misshapen oval a little bit. So you curve around coming down and continuing southward for much of the day. And with a 16...
What's the forest? Sorry, before we get to the... What does the forest look like? Like, is it easy to traverse? Is there a bunch of undergrowth? What's the predominant type of, like, conifers? Or
yeah, what you've been through, it's pretty lush, but easy enough to traverse. There's not too much in your way. Now, this far south, it's not like you have any paths. Up north, just the very edge of the mountain, you might find some like pathways and things, ways people normally walk. Down here, not so much. But it isn't terribly difficult to traverse either. If there are areas with like thorny bushes or too thick foliage, it's fairly easy to walk around it. And that is through most of the time that you're traveling. Until you get further south. Further south down here, it is much thicker. It's harder to start finding your way around these much larger areas where there are very, very thick underbrush. And there are, down here, a lot of animals. A lot of little animals. Again, you haven't found anything dangerous. You haven't found anything attacking you. Nothing like what you've seen before. But, like... yeah, I don't know how to put, like, the amount of squirrels you find in a college campus, nothing compared to the squirrels you're finding down in this part of the forest. There's all sorts of birds. They're all a chatter in the trees, very loud. It's not quite rainforesty because there's not the right sounds, but it's almost like that loud. Like, when you go to the rainforest section of a zoo or something, and there's all that shit.
I expected worse coming here.
It gets rather nice.
This undergrowth's getting thick.
You have
You
fruits.
two want me to shoot something for dinner?
Whatever you want to do, folk. I might try to get a better look, actually.
And you are, in fact, as you take this better look at moving forward, you find, like, a real stream proper. Right? Again, not a whole river, but, like, a real stream that is fairly low. Right now, the water's fairly low, but it does look like, it is a depression in the ground. It's lower than the rest of it. You can tell it's been running for quite some time. Like, the ground under it is eroded. So you think this might lead closer to the area where you're looking.
Guess I think we can follow this one, and maybe it'll lead us to one of the blockages.
Yeah, look how deep the bed is normally, but the flow's normally much higher.
Exactly, maybe that's being caused by the spirits.
Rhea is a true city girl, so you guys are saying this, and she's like, yeah. Yeah.
Vogel, he's kind of like clammily sweating throughout the day, and he will just drop to his knees by the stream and dunk his head under the water for a few seconds.
Rhea puts just like a what's meant to be a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Doesn't say anything, just like she's there,
Oof, a little pressure.
Are you heading upstream or downstream?
So I will, at this time, because it's once per day, I will use that sympathetic binding feature again, but this time I'm going to use it to cast Beast Bond. So it only works on a creature that's already charmed by me. So now, what Beast Bond does is it automatically sees when a creature's charmed, as long as intelligence is 4, as long as it's not 4 or higher. And then until spell ends, the link is active while we're within line of sight of each other. And through link, the beast can understand my telepathic messages to it, and it can telepathically communicate simple emotions and concepts back to me. So I think what I'll send to Lizzie is, in my own words, telepathically, Lizzie, do you know where the water is, if it's getting stopped somewhere?
Let me say, what cool features that you have for your character, Michael. How interesting this is. Let me see what the hell this giant lizard knows.
I love, I like you made the reference to the other giant lizard, and now this one's also gonna have to talk. That's really the icing on the cake for me. At least in some rudimentary way.
So you're saying the Arctic lizard communicated with you guys?
Oh yes.
Did
Well, not to me personally, but
Did it explain what the hell it was doing in a cold climate?
no.
Oh.
No, we never got to that part.
It's an Arctic lizard. That's what we decided. I think that's what we decided. We also have our Viking samurai in that campaign, so we just make it work.
That's right.
It's a yes and kind of worlds we live in.
Beautiful.
With a 15, this giant lizard says, in this simple impressions that he's able to portray to you. Well, yes, sir. I say, I believe there is some pooling of water that is happening here. If you follow this here downstream, yes, sir, it should lead you right to what you're looking for, madam.
Oh, you don't have to call me madam, Lizzie. Oh, thank you. Okay, guys, Lizzie says that it's downstream this way.
It talks?
What do you mean says?
Well, in my to me in my head.
Oh,
I understand that
that's
doesn't sound great.
problematic.
The lizard just picks up a rock in its mouth and licks it a little bit, and then just throws it right back up.
Mina, if you're hearing voices in your head, maybe you want to take a nap? We can look around for you. It's okay.
No, I think we're really close, and I bet there's going to be a bunch of there's probably going to be a bunch of animals around there that if you wanted to have for dinner, you could probably do that, and I'm sure Lizzie could eat some there too, as well, maybe.
Did the lizard tell that to you?
The lizard Lizzie just said that it was downstream this way.
Okay,
This way.
Yeah.
downstream it is.
Right.
Okay, Lizzie. Yeah.
You head further downstream, actually taking you away now from the mountains, closer towards the middle of this forest, though you're not quite sure how far south you've gone.
It's only last 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I'd no longer have the telepathic link with Lizzie, but that vanished for that.
Well, so look at that there squirrel. That's good eating right there. If you can catch them.
I talked to him for like another half an hour before realizing this was over.
You follow this stream downriver for quite a while, and it feeds into other streams until one has a pretty decent current. And the day is about halfway over again, this new day, by the time you reach a lake. And this is not a small pond like where you saw that water bear before. This is a full lake, not quite as big as the rather gigantic lake that you guys live on up in Grunion Run. But it's a little too big to be called, maybe it's a large pond or a small lake, but it does seem to disappear, and it seems to disappear in some sort of waterway that goes away from you, like way on the other side. Like that's where most of the water, a huge portion of this water seems to be draining off. But there are other small little funnels taking water out as well. There seems to be a lot of life on this lake. There are fish jumping around, birds on here. And you do see there's a couple little islands also in the center of this lake. And one of the islands moves. As you notice, it is a water bear lounging in the sun.
Holy.
Oh, another one. Oh.
Pretty far out. A lot more, even more plump than the one that you saw. Like probably, the one you saw, even though it fed quite a few people, this thing you hunted, it was probably pretty hungry to be going as far north as.
What if we kill it for its gills?
That's a bit wasteful. We wouldn't be able to carry that carcass anywhere.
But I mean, I would get 2 gold pieces out of the guilds.
Who cares? I thought you said your debt was paid.
I still have to earn a living.
I'd rather not kill that. Makes me wonder though why the other one was so skinny. Maybe they're territorial, and this is the one that's got the good hunting ground.
This place is beautiful. I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's anything wrong with it, like Obsession was saying.
Yeah, where's the blockage, lizard?
He can't understand us anymore, Vogue. I'm sorry. But you can still talk to him if you want to.
I don't know if you've ever could, but
Now, I don't want to misremember here, guys, but I'm pretty sure that specifically what I think Obsession mentioned a kind of moss that
Yeah.
yes.
she wanted,
Yes.
like to harvest for her, like as part of this situation and bring
Yeah.
back to her.
That's what I remember too.
I don't know how she described it, Matt. So this is kind of going to be like a fucking up to you situation, or maybe up to the dice. But I have locate animals or plants. So if I can describe a specific type of plant being this kind of moss, then I guess I would learn the direction distance the closest version of that thing within 5 miles. But I don't know if I can be specific enough that it wouldn't just direct me towards like all moss in the vicinity. Is what I'm saying.
Sure. No, I actually, here I am. Hi, my first 5e character was a druid. I didn't even know that was a spell. She had a very specific kind of moss that she wanted you to find. She described it, or then like she didn't have examples to show you, because then she would have just had it. She wouldn't have had you come out for it. But
So I'll read the spell. It says, so it's a second level ritual divination. It will take me 10 minutes to cast as a ritual. And then I name or describe a specific type of plant or beast. Concentrating on the voice of nature and your surroundings, you learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant of that kind within 5 miles of any are present. I would kind of concentrate on focus.
Within 5 miles. Okay.
Yeah, I would kind of focus on what she described there.
Just to give you a visual kind of this lake, a very rough, because, hello, my name is Metaspiel, friend of Future Arts. If you are this kind of yellow circle, then yellow is a terrible color to use, Matt, because you can't see it on the way. If you're this purple circle, over here, on the side of this, like, big lake, you followed this kind of little rivulet here. There seems to be a bunch more coming out to the south. This one up here to the... I guess it's not north. That would be kind of the west, is like what's coming in to the lake, and this is kind of what's going out of the lake. So that's what you're seeing right now. So you're casting this spell then.
I mean, I guess I was going to be like, check, like, this is not like this, where this is coming out, this is not blocked or anything, right? It's not obviously...
No,
like,
you're not seeing any blockages. Okay. It's very much like you just described it. It looks good. It's pretty idyllic. It's definitely a good looking little body of water with this,
So I guess the moss is really all I have to go off of. So that would be what I would do, because I don't really have any other leads.
Remember, we're looking
at
for
this
a
point.
spiritual blockage.
Yeah, but the only thing I have to go off of is that we are all supposed to get this moss for her, which I assume has something to do with this whole. So that's what I'm going to try. But
yeah. Sure. So what does it look like as you cast this? Are you ritually cast? Is it a ritual?
Yes, I can't. Yes, so I don't have. I can only cast most of these things as rituals, but I will sit down and find like a spot where, and I think I'll like sit down next to Lizzie, and just close my eyes, and reach out my hands and just feel the greenery growing, whatever little moss or clover is on the ground, and just like kind of nestle my fingers through it, kind of run my fingers through it, and just try to link up with that network of green that's just covering this location. See if I can tap into that kind of the hive mind of like this plant intelligence that I'm trying to focus on. or spirits. However you want to describe it more scientific or more spiritual, but that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Yeah.
No, I think you're trying to connect to the chlorophyll is what's happening.
That's fine too, man. Listen.
Whatever you want.
Give me a nature check with advantage, please.
Okay. All right, guys. Here's the time to not roll like shit. Let's see if we can do it. God, these icons are different. I can't find my character sheet. Sorry.
The icons changed on Roll20, everybody.
You said nature, Matt?
Yes.
For this one?
This is definitely. I mean, maybe Arcana if you're.
Oh no,
if you
it's
want to
it
say
doesn't.
spirits, you can do Arcana. If you
It
want to
doesn't
say
matter. It's the same
plants.
thing.
20.
So with advantage, it'll be 20. Thank God for the advantage, though. Fuck.
Why?
Thank goodness for advantage. You feel a lot of nature here, right? There's lots of plants. There's lots of diverse plants. This is a very old forest. In other parts of the city of Parsa, they've definitely planted trees to use for lumber, for different things, right? But everything here is old, and it's been left to sit for a very long time. Sitting almost, one may say, forgotten by the wider city.
That's why they called that.
Slide it in. To the south. Definitely, without a question, to the south. Off of one of these little riverlets, it must be these here that come off that. You definitely know the direction where you can find this. Read again what that spell does, or if you could, I don't know if you can make it pop up in Roll20 so I can.
Yes. So it's weird. Okay. So, part of the conundrum for me is that a lot of the spells that I have don't show up for me because it's not what my class is listed as.
No, that's fine. What's the name of it?
Oh, it's just to locate animals or plant. Locate animals.
Okay. I just want to take a look quick.
It is. Okay, there it is.
I'm just a visual person. So.
Yeah, I can.
Describe or name a specific kind of beast or plant. Concentrate on the voice of nature in your surroundings. You learn the direction and distance to the closest creature or plant, 5 miles if any are present. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Yeah, I think it just does that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
That's a good spell. All right, so yeah, I'll tell them. Sorry, Matt, you go. No, I don't want to interrupt you.
No. There's lots of information. I have lots of notes on the Forbidden Forest. Not Forbidden Forest. Sorry, J.R.R. Applegate.
Tolkien.
But yeah, no, I don't think that connecting, specifically using this spell, connecting to nature in this way, you wouldn't glean any other information than just the specific.
Okay, yeah, I'll let them know. Okay, guys, I think I
But I'm
found
gonna
it.
let that 20 you rolled ride a little bit, and you might find other things as you're moving through. If that makes sense.
Okay, I think we should be careful though because last time that water bear did almost kill me. So maybe
Yeah,
we
what's
can
the
take it
bear
slow.
been doing? I've been keeping an eye on it.
We're just gonna keep ignoring it.
Oh, it's totally like just curled up like a bear, just in the sun, getting its sun. Every once in a while, you'll see it like splash water on itself and then roll over. But it's
So
totally
floating
like
on the surface.
no, it's
of the
it's
lake?
on and on. There's like
Oh,
little
it's on.
islands, just bits of land that come up, and he's just like plopped on top of one of them,
Okay.
just living his best life, living his best bear life.
Let him do that.
Doesn't look aggressive for now. It's having a siesta.
Okay, let's head south then so we can get this moss and then get back to obsession.
Lead the way, Captain.
You head on, and some parts of this you have to find areas where you can cross some of these little tributaries. I always get weird using words like tributaries. Don't at me if that's not technically what it is.
Any
it's a
river
piece of
scientist
water.
in chat, just fuck
It's a-
off, okay?
Yeah, no, don't fuck off. You can stay and watch our stream and even talk about rivers. Just don't get mad that I'm not a riverologist.
You can even educate us if you want, as long as it's done nicely.
Kindness, baby.
Ooh.
Sorry, I'm in
you
the
have to hop, skip, and jump over some of these little waterways that come off to kind of find the correct direction. Because again, you have in your mind's eye like exactly where you're looking to go.
Vogue will do a lot of mirthless leaps.
You gotta make noises every time, dude. What the fuck?
Ugh.
Ugh. My back.
My knees.
And it is probably. It is a few miles away. It's not so close to this, this big lake. It's definitely, at over 3 miles away that you're going before you get to an area that feels more right. And again, it's weird because you know the direction of this, but the spell is instantaneous, which means like you feel it and then, oh, okay, yeah, it was that way when I was feeling it a minute ago. I'm not feeling it anymore. And as you're going, you do notice this little stream, and you see it going off like this rocky cliff. And as you get a little bit closer, and I'm saying you don't have to get too close to this, it is like a cliff. Like you're probably a good, 50 feet away or so. Well, before I give you back all your agency, guys. But looking down, you can see like it goes down quite a bit before it gets to, like, you are above the top of the tree line of where this goes. Far.
Thank you for not cutscening me right to the edge of the cliff so that Patch can jump. No, but okay. Do you guys want to keep investigating, or I mean, if we could set up camp, we could.
Let's take a look off of this cliff. Maybe we just end it all.
Well, don't need to be so grim about it.
At least it'll be a vantage point.
Yep. Yep, it could be that. And just that, don't let it be anything else.
You go
approach
closer.
our cliff edge.
As you do,
Pebble there I can like kick off moodily.
yeah, you do. You like me as a teenager, forced to go out somewhere with their parents. You kick a rock off the side, and you see it's hitting different things on the way. The cliff isn't sheer, right? It has like different pieces of rock. It's almost like a series of plateaus that make almost like uneven steps up the side of this cliff. That's probably, close to 100 feet high. It's quite high, and this kind of sheer drop where you're looking down at the drop is probably very jarring to any of you having lived in Parsa for this long, right? Like the something weird about Parsa is you're always close to the ground, right? Even the flyers don't really get that high.
Where are the flyers? Oh, I'm so stupid.
Like Eric Hooper. Remember they stay pretty long? So looking down at this area does give you that little bit of a turn in your stomach, but you do notice that the water kind of cascades down and breaks apart on the rocks and falls, and does seem to fit into little pools of water along this cliffside. And you see there's a good amount of sickly green algae in many of them. And many of them that might pool in a small little bit and then run down a bit to a larger one that's just contained in this green algae that even at a distance you're like, that probably doesn't smell great. As it's just sitting there and doesn't seem to be at some of these spilling off into the further deeper part of this. You can all make a perception check at the top of this ridge to see beyond.
Oh, natural 20!
Oh,
Oh.
snap.
Oh!
Natural 20 plus 0 for a 20.
I,
Mina.
Yep.
With a hot three.
Birds
wow,
are
guys,
starving.
it's so pretty up here.
And I got a 17.
Vogue. Looking down, you get a pretty good vantage point of these different pools of water. These, strangely, with 17, you notice almost perfectly round where they fall on these. Like these big ones that you find are like just make almost like perfect circles, and the water going into them kind of like hits them and makes them all spin, although they might be spinning in different directions. But again, even though they're constantly filling, the water does not seem to spill over to the other side of certain ones, you know. And you, with a 17, are able to clock those.
Can me, Matt.
Rhea,
Yeah.
with a natural 20, only for a 20, not a 25.
No, sorry, I
No,
couldn't
no,
make
right.
that. Sorry.
You, instead of looking what's right in front of you, you kind of look at the grandness of this, right? You're looking down southward, and you're pretty far away from the mountains there, right? You're not very close, but you can see them really well. The sky is just so clear here in Parsa. And you see different things. You see other small ponds among the foliage. You see large birds of prey kind of flying over. And then over by the mountains, off away a distance, right at their base, snow and ice swirling at the base of the mountain as if there's a cloud. But those clouds, you haven't ever seen them inside the mountains. You've only ever seen them at the top and beyond. But today, there's not a storm beyond that mountain. The skies, even beyond, are actually pretty clear. It just happens to be. But there's a swirl, seemingly, of snow and frost there at the mountain's base on the side that is within the boundaries of Parsa. Still quite a distance from you.
I'm not sure if Rhea or Eve knows what to make of this.
There's
But
something you
Mina.
noticed.
yeah.
Do you guys think the birds have their own language and they have words for things?
Mina, I don't know. Look at that pool though. It's
Oh,
not spilling over, is it?
no.
It's like a halfway down the waterfall, but it's.
Quite strange.
And see that green stuff there. I don't know if it's the moss she's looking for or something else, but we should probably climb down and check.
Hey, speaking of spilling, look way over there, like in the distance at the base of the mountain. Don't you see it? It looks like the sky is leaking in Parsa on the ground.
No, neither of you can see it. You don't know what the fuck she's talking about.
What do
No,
you-
look over there. There's snow and ice twirling. You can't see it.
He's talking to lizards. You're twirling with ice. What's gotten into you two? We gotta get this algae. Get back. Come on. I'll
Hey, Vogue, but you have to be careful, though. I don't want anyone to fall. Should we tie ourselves?
a win-win. And
I have
Look,
commitment issues. I'm
Stop
not
it,
willing to tie down.
please.
Sorry.
I've got these pythons, however you pronounce them, in my
Pythons.
pack.
Yeah, that's good. There's not really any trees up close to the edge of this cliff, so there's nothing to tie it around. But if you have pythons, you could get it into the...
But I only have 5 of them, so I'm going to use them wisely. And I got 50 feet of rope. What else?
Don't have anything like that, I don't think, so...
Vogue, make a dexterity saving throw at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Uh-oh. 9.
9. You are at the edge of this cliff, holding pythons in rope.
I catch him. Sorry, I'm nervous.
And as you're standing there saying, we have to use these carefully, your foot slips. And you try to, like, grab onto things. There's nothing to grab onto as the pythons and rope fall out of your hand and you fall backwards off of this cliff. And we're going to take a quick break right there.
Oh,
We got our wish.
It's like that time when Batman was dangling over that bottomless pit, and they never saw the other half of the episode. I don't know what happened to him.
Who was?
It was in the old Adam West Batman when I was a kid. It was Catwoman, and she had him dangling over this bottomless pit, and then he was like dangling there, and it cut to an end. And the episode ended. It was a cliffhanger, and I don't know what happened. I mean,
she dropped him, and he died.
Well,
That's not showing.
we better hope that we come back from this break so we find out what happens here.
We're gonna come back from this break. Mike's just gonna go Featherfall, and it's all gonna be great.
This will not be the Adam West of D&D campaigns. Stick with us. Check out the art. Let us know what you think about it during the break. We'll be back in around 5-ish.
See you soon.
Welcome back, and goodbye, Fogwai. As you... Vogue's foot slips on a cliff, and he's falling backwards off of it.
I'm trying
Do I
What do you
manage
do?
to
What do you do with
retain
that?
my grip on the rope as I fall?
Sure.
Thank you.
Fair enough. I think you can have your hand on the rope.
is the rope on the like? Can we try to grab the rope to try to?
Yeah.
No, I think it's still wound up. I think he was like, he had it off his pack and was like, I have...
No.
But can I try to catch him before he falls, or?
You do try... Nope, you didn't do it, though.
Okay.
He fell.
Oops.
Okay, I will burn a spell slot then to. I'll say folk, and I will cast floating disc, and I'll throw it like a spirit frisbee, and the floating disc will try to catch him underneath it. It can hold 500 pounds. The way it interacts with slopes, though, is interesting, people. So we're gonna see what happens.
Let me look at this.
So 500 pounds is interesting because normally I'm like, I don't know, 270.
How many
maybe.
you don't weigh 500? You're not
I
telling
don't
me.
weigh 500. But if 270 pounds is falling at the moment of impact, what is the any physics majors in the chat?
This is Dungeons and Dragons. So
Yeah, I'm trying to have fun here, okay?
remember, we use non-Euclidean geometry, and I imagine that gravity's not that important.
This is actually just you guys know the game Fall Guys. This is just that at this point now. Yeah. So it can't hit the ground. So it floats. It can move up or down uneven terrain, up or down stair slopes, and the like. It can move across a 10-foot pit. Nor could it leave a pit if it's created at the bottom. But it's created at the top. But I don't know how much of a cool running zone this is going to be for you, Vogue. But I'm really in for it. I'm really here for you for the whole.
Well, let's try to catch him first. So you can give me an Arcana check, Mina.
Okay. I will. Yes, I will do that. Arcana. Come on, baby, let's go.
Oh,
Ooh.
18. Very nice. You create this floating disc that you had used to transport a water bear that definitely weighed more than 500 pounds, but I don't care. Earlier,
Half on, half off, man. That's like leaning on it.
and as you fall and Vogue hits it, it does in fact start sliding down this very steep slope.
Just run to the edge in time to see it slide like a skateboard.
Yeah,
So I imagine
you can
I fell
give me.
backwards and landed on the disc on my back with my head facing down the slope, right?
You can give me. Yeah, I think so. You can give me an athletics or an acrobatics check, Vogue, to see if you're able to stay on this thing.
Like
I mean,
surf
you hit
on it.
it.
You like just
Oh
Silver
my
Surfer
god!
style.
You
That's a big
can't
seven.
though. You in your drug withdrawal's body fall back and you hit it, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna do a flip and land on my feet. You slide off the other end, and fall down and hit one of these plateaus that make up this thing. But because you were caught by the floating disc, you're only gonna take 1d6 of damage. So you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. Not bad. The floating disc really did cushion this fall for you as it kind of slides to a stop next to you, but it's also kind of like teetering on this very small area you are. So it might fall, but it's literally doing this a little bit.
You put like a rock on it or something.
Vogue, are you okay?
Can I grab onto the disc to hold it from falling?
Yeah, you kind of like.
First step's a doozy.
Okay, Vogue, this is perfect. Because if I move away from it, the disc will follow me. So if you can get rid of that moss and put it on the disc, then I can use the disc to transport it back up here.
Okay. He'll like get up to his hands and knees, and then up to his feet. I'm like, crack his back. Oh. All right. I had been joking about jumping off, but here we are.
Adrenaline's like a drug, right? Like fear of imminent danger is.
Yeah.
You're down about 20 feet right now.
So what are we close to any of those weird pools that aren't spilling over? And by weird,
Make an investigation check, and I think depending on how you roll will depend on how close you are to the.
Wonderful.
Unfortunately, what you're on is one of these ledges where the water is just hitting and spill. There's not actually one of these pools here, and with it, you look down. You're not that close to any any on your horizon. You're pretty far from, but about 20 feet down, there's one of those pools out just a little ways from you.
And the snow and ice thing that I saw earlier, is there any development on that, or it's staying in its corner?
You look at it, it seems to just be there.
Okay.
Seems to just be a spot.
Just in case it's like some sort of snow and ice monster, you know?
Fair enough.
There's
Fair
a
enough.
snowman out there, just thrashing around. So Mina, if I get back on the disc and jump down another layer, what happens?
Okay, I'm gonna come down with you, I think, because I think I should be there too for it.
Oh, well, you use the rope and pythons I dropped up there.
No, you
The
took the
hammer.
rope with you.
Oh shit!
I
And the
have
hammer.
rope. I have rope. It's okay. I have rope.
All right, let me throw this hammer up to you, and I'll take
That sounds
Aim.
dangerous as fuck.
my hammer. And I'm not gonna aim at them, obviously, but I'll just throw it up 20 feet to the cliff.
Yeah, give me an athletics. Give me an athletics.
Feel like we can get that to happen.
This is literally an athletics sport.
Oh my
Fine.
god, dude.
Punish Vogue right now.
You literally go, here, guys, step back. I don't want to hit you. And you throw and you hit it against this cliff, and it bounces back and disappears below you.
Shit!
Okay. Nice try,
Why?
Vogue. Nice
What's
try.
happening?
This is like me in an adventure. Just me.
That was my only hammer.
I don't have one. Mina, do you have a hammer?
Okay, me and Lizzie are coming to get you, and I just jump on Lizzie and I just slap his ass.
Okay, but what about me?
He goes-
Lizzie will go down in that direction.
It's like not like
mean,
I assume his footing would be better than mine as well. Yeah, I'm just gonna use his footing.
it
instead.
definitely is.
Yeah.
I want you to roll an athletics with advantage just to hold on to Lizzie.
Okay, I'm
Not a crazy high
not,
DC,
not
and
a
you have
strong suit
advantage.
of mine. 0. Or I suppose 6.
With it is a 0. With an advantage, it's a 6. So Lizzie just goes over the edge and is like spider climbing straight down, and you just slip off and fall the whole way.
Oh god.
And you take 8 points of bludgeoning
I
damage.
can't react and
As
move
you-
the disc up till I catch me.
The disc is immobile.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, the disc is.
I'm gonna
decidedly-
catch with the disc. And
As you fall and like crack your head on the side of this, and fall, Vogling grabbing you so you don't continue to fall down. And Lizzie just kind of gets to where you are. Is like, I'm a lizard.
And I think Rhea looks down from where she is and she goes, I swear I'm never bringing you idiots into the forest again!
I didn't even want to be here.
Can I plant the pythons using like my foot or something, like the weight of my body?
Fuck no.
No?
Into stone?
Maybe it's dirt. I don't know.
Yeah,
if it's
you
dirt,
can.
It's not holding you.
Matt said I can.
You can. Yep, you use your foot and you get it in there as well as you can. You can roll in athletics to see how well secured it is, but I don't know if you want to roll it now or we just want to wait till you're climbing down and then roll it then to see how
Yeah, I
good
think
it
that's a
went.
much better
I
idea.
think that's the way to do it. In truth.
So I just go down?
Yeah. Yeah, you start climbing, and then we're gonna flashback.
Oh,
Why don't you roll in athletics for me to see how well you got those heightens really in there? This is Dungeons and Dragons.
Better than a
If you're
0.
Watching. I don't know if you've ever heard of this game. 13, not bad. There's a little bit of slippage,
oh,
Okay.
but you're able to make your way down to. Now you can't actually land on this thing, right? I think. Well, I mean, I guess you have that. How big is the 3 feet in diameter? Yeah, not huge. I think like Vogue is on the disc and Mina's on this tiny little ledge, and you're like still holding onto the rope, not able quite to land on it. It's not a huge space. This little platform where you are.
Okay, guys. So
But you're where they are.
So how about now you start going down in a respectful manner? Give me some space.
your rope's 50 feet long, so it's like dangling down to the next one. Just climb past us.
Okay. I'm doing that.
And I like plaster myself against the wall on this disc to try to give as much room.
Coming
Yeah,
through.
okay. So Riowin like continues on past you guys a little bit further down.
All right. I would say I'll catch you if you fall, but I don't think I can. So.
I'm staying here.
And you're able to make it, Rhea, to one of the other platforms. It is not one of the ones that has one of those pools of water on it, but it is about 10 feet away from one that does. It's like 10 feet out and a little bit up higher than where you are.
Can I like step on the ledge or something to make it there?
There's no ledge. You could try to jump it.
Well, I don't know about that.
She tie the. I guess it's a. Rhea, could you tie the rope around your waist and then throw it back to us so that we could at least have hold of you?
Well, the rope's connected above us, right? So we should be able to grab
Yeah,
it
it's
right
at
where
the
it is.
Yeah. But it's pretty tight since my weight is on it. I'm guessing.
Well, we can hold on to it, both of us, and the lizard maybe.
Yeah.
Weight's not on it. Like you're on ground. You're not like you're. Right, you're standing on ground. You're not like fully.
I think.
The rope's not taut with your weight. I'm just saying, like, could you tie it around yourself so we could like, so you don't get like,
Rope
fall into the
burn.
abyss or whatever. Well,
Yeah. Okay.
You don't follow my hammer wherever it went.
I'm gonna. I tied the
Oh,
rope
here
around my
comes
waist.
another matte portrait of wonder.
I hold the rope like, and then I look at my weak hands and I just pen to Lizzie instead. I like to put in his mouth instead. Have him to embrace it.
You're trusting my life into this dumb lizard.
It's very strong.
Jaw.
He's a lot stronger than me.
Okay, so what if I jump it, guys, and I get the algae and then you pull me up?
Sounds great.
My only fear is that there may or may not be a water bear underneath it.
Well, look before you leap across.
Okay,
You see
Matt,
any
I
bears?
look. Is there any bears?
You look down. You see trees. Not any bears.
I don't.
Oh, really, you see the ground. The trees aren't that close to the.
So if the jump you were talking about, would it be me jumping in the pool where the algae is?
So this is what. Do you see my?
Yes, I do.
Man,
Your beautiful drawing.
friends and fans. The fact that you can't see
It's disastrous.
the beautiful art. So I'm thinking the yellow circle is Mina. The red circle is Vogue,
Yeah.
and this blue circle. Whoa! What did I do? Nope. Sorry. I just
Bit
wanted
of
to
a
make a
wonky
circle.
there.
This blue circle is Rhea. Where you're looking is kind of about 10 feet away and up a bit. There's this ledge. And then on the ledge, taking up much of the ledge, is like this pool of water.
So it's like an infinity
higher?
pool.
It's 10 feet distance and a couple feet higher.
Okay.
So is it an infinity pool kind of thing, but small?
Well, it's too high for you to see, kind of.
Okay.
So you try to get up there.
Okay, so
Looks like a hell of a jump, though.
but you guys are gonna hold me, right?
Can you even jump 10 feet, you think?
I never tried. Only one way to find out.
The green circle's the lizard.
Oh, is it just on the wall?
Yeah.
So, but you,
Yes.
but you guys are gonna hold me, so there shouldn't be any problem.
The lizard has the equivalent of spider climb, so.
Lizzie's got you, Rhea.
No,
yeah,
but
don't feel like you have to put yourself at risk for me.
but
I can do it.
Why the fuck aren't all of you holding that damn rope?
I'll hold it, fine.
I can hold it too,
All
but
three
it
of
might
us.
make it worse.
Okay. So should I do it?
I mean, if you don't, I don't want you to be scared. Rhea. I can
Do
I
it!
can come down and
I'll
do it.
do it. And I jump.
Please roll an athletics check.
Okay, guys, I need all of your good energy coming my way right
Come
now.
Straight roll for athletics.
Yes!
Okay, you
Thank God.
jump. Hang on, let me move this little blue circle over here.
That's like, oh, sorry. The DC is actually a 20.
Ah,
actually-
you missed.
It's actually a 25. So I'm looking for a 25. You.
this is real life. I'm imagining it in my mind's eye.
And you land, boom! Not even with your hand, like your feet on the ledge of this thing. And you kind of like, whoa!
Damn.
And you're able to hold your balance.
I think I look up at them, guys. Did you see that?
Nice work.
That was a great jump for you.
Thank you.
So now,
What attacks me? Tell me.
in this pool of water, you see this pool moving clockwise with a water, like a little rivulet of water coming down the side of this cliff and hitting it in such a way that it's constantly spinning, and it is like gunked up with algae, right, spinning at the top of this water. It is like practically green. You actually don't see water. You just see like bubbly greenness as it kind of like swirls around. Again, there's water constantly feeding into it. Not a lot, just a trickle, but it doesn't seem to be going out at all.
Do I see anything? Can I see deeper in the water to see what could create this movement? Or
So the movement seems to be like the water's hitting it
oh, so it's
on the left side. So
Okay.
as the water's coming in, it's like pushing the
Okay.
top of the water, it seems. You can make a nature or an investigation check to try to find out more about that, I guess.
both I suck at. 4.
It's water.
It's
And
water.
it's dirty water. Spinny, dirty water.
So, but the algae is there, right? Like there for the taking.
So you're supposed to get moss, but there's actually this layer of algae all over the top of it. And with a 4 investigation, you're not like, there's the moss.
Yes.
But he knows enough to know the difference between algae
Yeah.
and
You
moss.
do know what algae is versus what moss is. And you know what you're seeing right now is gross algae.
So I don't see any moss.
Do you see any spirits?
What would they look like?
Spiritual.
Nope. There's nothing I would call spiritual here.
Okay. Maybe we can try removing the, whatever's the algae, maybe?
I pull on a good chunk of algae.
Yeah, it all seems to be like loose green kind of bubbly chunks at the top of this. And you stick your hand in and you kind of like scoop some of it up and it sticks to your hand and it does release this kind of composty smell, right? Of like green stuff left to decompose a bit.
Sorry, guys.
And as you pull some of this algae away, you don't know if it's the height or the smell or a sense of vertigo, but the world around you starts to spin a bit, and I'm gonna have you roll a wisdom saving throw for me.
Wisdom
please.
saving throw.
Algae
Yeah.
is this?
Oh. No.
10. Not terrible.
Not terrible.
You kind of like stop and I think you go down a little bit, and you don't fall into this pool or anything. You don't fall off this ledge, but you're like holding on to the edge of it, and like putting your hand, trying to feel solid stone as things start to spin, and you look down, and you have this like, I don't know if it's a cartoon, the screen would go wow, wow, as it seems to be like coming closer and going further away, and your stomach's kind of churning a bit, and you're secure where you are. Your hand sliding down, mucked up with algae a little bit on this rocky surface, but you seem to be safe, if not feeling great.
The one I have in my hand, I just throw like far away, as long as it's not in the pool I took it from.
Yeah, it's just mucky. It's like muck, so it's like, you know, it kind of like goes between your fingers and it's on your hand a little bit, and you can wipe it off a little bit, but it's still kind of.
Guys,
How does it taste?
there.
Well, why don't you come and see for yourself?
Rhea disappears mid-sentence. Rhea disappears from the ledge.
What?
Where's she? Did she fall?
Where am I?
Yeah.
I want to know.
Yeah.
Am I still there, Matt?
Rhea, you're alone on the side of this cliff. What do you do?
Like, I look up and they're not there?
You're alone on the side of this cliff.
I look down. Is there any danger? Immediate danger?
The heights? I mean, I think the heights are the immediate danger. There's no creatures or anything trying to kill you or anything. You're just alone on the side of this cliff.
What kind of drugs is this? Let me look at my spells real quick.
On our side, is the rope still tied to something, or did it come loose?
Let me figure out what Rhea does. What she does.
Who?
Yeah.
I prestidigitation my hands clean.
Okay.
Very helpful. Perfect.
So I kind of like, and all of a sudden it's like all clean.
Yeah,
My-
sparkly. Ready for supper.
Fuck.
But you're alone on the side of this cliff. What do you do?
I don't know what I inhaled. I inhaled something. I don't move. I just wait to see if anything happens.
Okay, so make a perception check then, maybe, as you're.
I'm scared. I'm just really scared. 14.
Okay.
Pool of water has stopped spinning. You don't really notice anything else.
So
Or maybe it hasn't stopped, but it's going slow.
Hello? Anyone here? I'm waiting for Matt to give me his demon voice. That's all I'm waiting for right now.
Yeah, if that's what you're doing. The other two, Mina and Vogue, you see this rope and it seems to be there, and you can't really tell like if it's still there because it's on somebody or it's snagged on a rope, like it might just be stuck on this ledge that's there. You know, it is laying kind of flat against this not totally sheer cliff, so it's like kind of caught on something. So the rope isn't moved. What do you do?
Rhea, get a good footing. I'm gonna give it a little tug, and I'll tug the rope like a little bit to try to see if it's.
I don't know that you can. So I'm imagining this rope. Let's make it.
Oh, because Lizzie has it first.
Because it's like on a python up here, but then it's what in the world? Sort of. I just want. Whatever. The rope's just kind of there.
Matt,
I
are
don't know
we?
what weird.
We are. So we're above. I'm looking at this like up is up
Yeah,
and down
you're
is
above.
down.
Yes, correct. Yeah. Yeah, this is like you're looking at the face of this cliff right now.
We have to. Where did she? I don't see her, Vogue. I don't see her at all.
Me neither.
Can I whip off like my cloak or I don't know, whatever. Yeah, like whatever I have, and just like use it to like wrap it over the open zip line
Ooh.
down. Just like wrap it around my hands and just like try to go on the ledge by hooking it over the rope.
Cool. That is a
That's
cool thing.
dangerous.
That I would. It'll be equally cool if it succeeds or if the python comes out of the ground and you plummet to your death. Either way is really cool. What with the acrobatics check?
I think,
Something?
yeah, I think I just, in this moment, I just am afraid that I got Rhea killed or something, and Mina's not really thinking super clear. So I just look at Lizzie and I say, if I fail, save me, right? And then I just turn and, yeah, I guess I'll roll whatever the fuck. I don't even know what my acrobatics is. It's not great. Alright, cool.
You
Dope.
got it. You got it. You got
You
it.
got it.
Can... Let me see how I can make this work. Can Timothy give me the help action for that? Can he do the help action for this? Can he like Woody and like can he like steer my zip line? Can he like sit? Never mind. I'll just roll my fucking check. 18.
That's good.
I was gonna argue myself out of letting you.
You grab the cloak that you're wearing and you put it around and you go down and all of a sudden this is also what I need. Rhea, I need you to make an athletics check to be able to, or a strength saving throw, even better, to hold on to this side of this cliff as you feel this tug as Mina's weight, not considerable, slight little thing, but her weight all of a sudden is on this rope that you're tied to, tugging you in a direction that would lead you off of the ledge.
Okay.
One of these ones are just right there, lurking.
I
in the
know,
Yeah,
I
man.
know. They want me for real.
With a 10, you actually slide off, but you catch yourself.
Oh.
Right? So you don't fully fall, but you like, whoa! And all of a sudden you can see her again as she gets tugged back and grabs the side of this. And Mina, you kind of boom as you slide down, and now you're holding on to like Rhea, who's holding onto this ledge. And you have a big green lizard coming in your general direction.
Oh no.
Worried about you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're here.
What happened?
I don't know. Where's Vogue?
I'm here.
Do I hear him?
Yeah, you see him.
What?
Right there.
I'm back
I
up.
couldn't see you. I was afraid I lost you.
I didn't see you guys, and you stopped answering me.
Doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what's happening.
Okay, so in any case, we're dangling on the edge of a precipice right now. And as much as I
No.
really like you, this is getting a bit difficult.
If you'd like, Rhea, you could make an athletics check to try and pull you and Mina up.
Can
I'm
I?
going to give you a straight roll because you would have disadvantage because Mina's on your back, but advantage because you have a big lizard trying to like help you.
I was gonna
So-
say, I think it would be safer for Rhea to like try to steady herself so that Mina can climb and then help her up.
You could certainly try that.
Yeah. Okay, Mina, give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna reposition my hands right now, make it as steady as I can, and you're gonna use. I'm gonna up my leg a little bit, and you're gonna use it to propulse yourself up that ledge. Okay?
Okay. Yes.
And once you're up, you pull me up. Okay? Don't forget about me.
Well, with Lizzie, the giant lizard there, I will even give you advantage on an athletics check. to try and
Okay, so
do that.
I'm gonna climb first. What you're saying?
Yeah.
You want me to?
Like
Okay.
you're gonna use my body to climb on the ledge.
It's an 11 with advantage.
20, not
Oh
20.
my god. Okay.
Rhea, I didn't ask you to roll, but
Oh,
there we
it
go.
wasn't
I'm
me?
glad you
I
got
thought it
that
was
one.
me.
No, well, no,
Mina.
Mina was the one that was climbing.
I just asked you. I was wrong.
And you do get up on the ledge. And Mina, as soon as you get on the ledge, the other two, in their perspective, you disappear. So I'm going to hold off on you for a second. But Mina is no longer on the ledge in front of you, Rhea. You're now just dangling. The lizard immediately starts to run away.
Okay, Vogue, there's something about this pool here.
Like back up the up the ledge.
Yeah, I'm starting to get the feeling that it's connected to some other place.
So I'm gonna get Mina out, and then you're gonna hold on tight to that rope because we're gonna try to climb back up, okay?
I'll try to reach it.
Yeah. And I climbed the ledge.
Make an athletics check.
Fuck,
Oh
my
look,
nat
you got a
20
20.
wasted.
Not bad.
Oh, let's
go.
go.
So you start to pull yourself up, Mina. When your feet hit this ledge, you look down in the pool of very slowly churning water. And it's almost like hypnotic for a moment, as the world kind of like seems to spin around you. And in fact, your stomach kind of does a tumult of itself, but slow moving. What do you do?
I will, can I look around to see if I see any moss?
You make an investigation or a nature check.
Like,
sure.
specifically, like what was described to me by obsession. 14.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy enough. It's there. It's there, pooling around the sides of this pool. And it's a little bit overgrown with this algae, but like now that some of it has been scooped away, like some of it's falling off, and around the edges there is this moss.
I'm gonna quickly, because I know I'm like, obviously, like, this vertigo is really freaking me out. But I think Mina's so desperate for obsession's approval that she just kind of like tries to stuff as much of this, like try to pull out as much of this moss and stuff into her pack as she can.
Yeah, you're not sure if you have enough. I mean, you kind of collect as much as you think you can from this pool. It's a fair amount. You know that like you could get more going to others. It's like it's almost like a packing foam. Like it's so light but thick, and like while you can pull it apart in pieces, it doesn't like rumble in your hands the way you might expect it to. You know, it seems it's very dense, and has a lot of give to it. It feels strange to you. It does feel strange.
And everything else looks kind of as it was to me before, or like any differences that I noticed with the pool or anything like that, or is it just kind of the same? It just
The pool looks the same, if mesmerizing, right? If entrancing and pulling your psyche in. Everything around it, you look around and give me a perception and investigation.
Yeah.
One of those.
all right. I can do definitely. I can do investigation. So 15.
15. Perfect. You kind of look around and you spot something on the distance. It's one of these birds of prey, a hawk or something like that, that's flying above the trees. It is moving. Possibly slow. And then as you're watching this thing move, but so slow, Rhea pops up behind you, and with a 20, you get onto this ledge, Rhea, and you get to catch Mia before you like shove her in this pool of water. So you're both kind of like precariously on the edge of this small cliff.
Okay, sorry about that. Sorry.
Vogue. Make a Constitution saving.
We're all fucked up right now.
Hey, tell me about it.
Beautiful. Vogue. I think you're up here. And as Rhea goes over this cliff, she disappears from sight, as far as you can tell. And you're like, man, I could use a hit of anything. And you fucking just vomit. Right? You just like you blow chunks. The world starts spinning a bit for you. 2. Make a strength saving throw at disadvantage for me. 13's good enough at disadvantage, and you do hang on to the edge of this ledge and you don't fall over as it is. And you have like the sweats now, right? Like you're clammy, you're sweaty, your stomach is churning, and you threw some stuff up, but you're really not feeling good.
I will get down, lower my center of gravity, and just like fetal position on this ledge.
Yeah.
And hope that they'll be fucking back soon.
Close your eyes. Try to take some deep breaths. Try to steady yourself. Open your eyes to look out in the horizon. It's nighttime. Mina and Rhea, what are you doing?
Okay, Mina.
Something's not right, Rhea. I don't.
Yeah.
There's. It's. Did you see that bird? It's. I don't understand.
There's something. We're somewhere else right now. Somehow. Listen. I told Vogue to hold that rope tight. Okay, so now we just need to figure out how we climb back up. Okay, and.
No, I need to figure out how to. There's some way we have to. The moss is just part of it. I have to cleanse this pool somehow. I have to.
Did
I have to speak.
Did taking the moss like change the flow of the water? Sorry, I know you talked about this already.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been sticking your hands in this pool of water that seems to have been undisturbed and kind of spinning at a certain thing. And yeah, sticking your hands all up in it seemed to have messed with the flow of it in some ways.
Okay, Mina, well, do you have any ideas?
I'm gonna figure out what's under here.
What?
And I stand at the edge of the pool, and I cast Shape Water, and I just shove as much of the water out of this pool as possible to try to uncover whatever is hidden here. And I just, almost like water bend. Sorry, mixing my campaigns here. Just this water out, and like within this 5-foot cube of this pool, just to like a fucking, I don't know, like a bidet.
Yeah. It's a 5-foot cube of water you can.
Yes. So I can instantly move or otherwise change the flow of water as direct up to 5 feet in any direction. Not enough damage. I can choose to animate at my direction for 1 hour, I guess. Color opacity, and I can freeze it. I'm not gonna freeze it, I don't think. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to. I want to see what happens if I try to just get some of this water out of this pool to see if I can get a better look at it.
You don't get some of the water out. You get all the water out. All of it. The water and this algae that was growing on it just scoop and just get shoved right out, and it is just this basin of water that at just a trickle, but immediately starts filling up, and it really seems to be like a bowl. You know what I mean? Like it seems unnaturally shaped, even though it gives the illusion of being natural. And the water that trickles in immediately starts filling the very center of it. And
there's no like outflow. Oh, sorry.
There's no outflow because there's not enough water in there to outflow now as the water goes down, and it starts filling up. You know, this bowl, but the very center, and it starts filling up very slowly. And it is immediately nighttime once the water goes out. Like someone flipped a switch.
Rhea, I don't think I know what I'm doing here.
Me neither.
Vogue, you hear your friend say that.
Oh. You've been gone all day.
Vogue, you're there?
Barely.
Are you okay? What's happening up here?
Just hurry up.
Fuck,
Before I go, I just want to take one more look at this pool. Anything in the bowl itself, is it smooth? Are there any markings or carvings or any kind of...
It's not smooth. It looks almost natural. Except it is perfectly, like, round. You know what I mean? Like it's... By perfect to me, I don't mean, like, polished stone. It is almost a natural-looking stone, but it's too round. Like, it's too bowl-like to be natural.
So it's stone, right?
Yeah. It's the same stone that the rest of this cliff is made out of, as far as you can tell.
What if we broke it?
I don't want to break it, Rhea. I'm afraid of...
As far as you can tell, too, you can hear, like, the sounds of nighttime, like animals in the nighttime chirping, and don't know, whatever other onomatopoeia type noises.
But when it
And
was
or it's
full,
Yeah.
it wouldn't fill up enough to like overflow, right?
Correct.
So it's blocked, Mina. Because when it was full, it wouldn't overflow. But it's filling up right now, so we know there's constant water coming in. What if we destroy it so that it flows out? It sounds silly, but this is a silly situation we're in right now.
Vogue, as you're hearing that, you feel worse again. Like gaunt. It's almost as if you can feel your like cheeks going in. Like someone that's famished. And this huge empty hunger pang in the pit of your stomach that is more than just the vomit that you threw up a little while ago. It's as if you haven't eaten in days.
I'll claw through my pack to see if I have anything left to eat from my rations.
Yeah, if you have traveling rations, you got some jerky.
I had 2 days worth left, so
Yeah.
just
no
looking
worries.
for anything that will help. Dry oats, jerky.
Yeah, and I
crackers.
think you start eating it, and I think you're doing so. I think you're doing so slowly, so that you don't do too much at once.
Okay, Rhea, I'm gonna try something before we destroy it or attempt to break it, okay?
Yeah.
If something happens, promise me you'll just be safe, okay? You just get out of here.
Well, how about you tell me what you're gonna do so I make sure nothing bad happens out of it?
I know what I'm gonna do, but I don't know what's gonna happen after I do it.
Okay, so tell me what you're gonna do so that I can maybe know what's gonna happen.
I'm gonna do this, and I draw my dagger.
What is it you think you're doing in the pools? You hear from up at the top of the ledge.
Look up
And
to
you
see.
look up and you don't see anything at first. You can all make perception checks.
A lot of perceptions.
I heard that voice too.
I will give
I cannot roll low attack
Vogue.
perception.
I will give Vogue advantage actually because you're pretty close.
And then
closer to
I
the
get
top.
disadvantage because it's dark. So 14.
Rhea, you look up and you say, "I need to make another circle, people." Because there's
More circle.
yet
More circles, more
another.
circles.
Well, the lizard circle disappeared. The lizard's nowhere to be seen. But there's a person at the top. You're pretty sure they sure look humanoid, but they're wearing a mask. This like oval mask that covers their face, and it's almost as if it's been painted dark, like the night sky, covered in stars.
Does it ring any bell, like some sort of worship or anything that I would have seen throughout Parsa or?
This is a high DC.
Uh-huh.
You can roll a history check.
I have a -1. Can I even make it?
Probably. I'm gonna go with no.
But like, if I roll a
22.
nat 20, is it doable?
Yeah, if this is a nat 20, you'll get some info.
Well, close enough.
You did not, though.
It's too
yeah,
low.
you don't know. Yeah, this is a high. That was a high DC
Dang
to know
it.
anything about that.
It's okay. Ria's meant to be a bit dumb anyway, so.
These pools do need to be protected. Just because you find yourselves out of sorts is not a reason to destroy things.
Who said anything about destroying them?
Who are you?
Yes, start with that, I guess.
I think she notices you for the first time. You actually see the same kind of thing. You can't see her very well. This person that does seem to have a woman's voice, but like you see a head-shaped blob in the darkness pop its head over. It's almost like noticing you for the first time over there.
I'm Mina.
Can you give us a hand?
You don't seem to have come from elsewhere. You're of Parsa.
Who's
How
asking?
did you find yourselves? And she's gone, and it's daytime.
Oh,
Now that was not very polite of her, but okay.
for
Does
all of
it
us,
feel,
or
Matt,
for
like that
the-
time is passing for me? Like, I know you said that to I don't know about what's going on, but like, is it just the time of day is changing, or just feel like time is passing and we're not aware of it?
Investigation or a medicine check.
Okay, I will. Oh, okay.
When,
I will
when
do
you said it's
medicine.
daytime, that's for me as well as them.
Do medicine
Oh,
for
yes.
variety.
Oh,
No, not that.
Yeah, you're like, Vogue is like, like trying to chew on jerky, and Mina's like, I feel fine. You do notice that, though, like, as you're looking around, the pool is full of water, clear, and it is flowing off the other side, down further.
Okay, we didn't need to destroy it. That's good.
But now we have to do it with the rest of the pools too.
Okay. Easy enough? Yeah?
I'm worried, Rhea, that if we stay here too long, it'll be hard to get back.
It will be what?
It'll be hard to get back.
Worst case scenario, we find a way down and we go from there. We're still in Parsa. We're gonna be okay.
But is Vogue gonna be? Is Vogue okay?
Fuck. I forgot he's not feeling well right now. Okay. How far are the other pools, Matt?
I think it is Vogue who is able to point this out to you. Where they are.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that got that good.
Yeah.
A good look at them before it happened. And there's one there, and one here, and one here.
Okay.
There's 3 more pools, but they're far. I gotta get out of here.
How far away are they from us, Matt? Like, how far away is the closest one from us, from where me and Rhea are?
You can't tell from
Oh, I wasn't sure if I knew. I wasn't sure if I knew, or if Vogue was like telling us.
Yeah, he's able to like point them out. So, this one at the bottom here is probably 40 feet down and about 15 feet. I mean, you're guessing as best you can, right? About 15 feet to the left. And the other one is probably like 60 feet or so to the left, but not terribly far down, maybe 10, 20 feet.
Is there? Does it look like there's a way we could get there somewhat safely, or is it like is it like a sheer drop? Is it like a?
Yeah,
Like, what kind of incline?
it's
are we
not a
looking at here?
safe. It's not a safe thing. There's like to try and like, I guess hopscotch along these like tiny little bits of things. Like, this is some monk shit, and none of you are monks. I'll put it. You know what I mean? Like, if there was a monk in the party, I might have them roll one acrobatics check, and they can like do cool monk shit, jump kind of one to the other. That I think that's not so much in your guys' skill set. I think it would be a lot of rolls that you have based on the history of how we've been going, a pretty decent shot of messing up. That to say, I think hopscotching across these little things isn't the best way for you to go. You might want to. I don't have a better way for you
All
to
right,
do it.
I am gonna cast Unseen Servant. I can cast it at 60 feet range, and I can perform simple, like, menial tasks. And I'm gonna command the Unseen Servant to just like remove as much of the moss as possible from.
How many fucking
that
spells
next
do you have? Holy shit!
Well, I cast most of them ritual, so I don't use spell slots for many of them. But
So you're casting the Unseen Servant over this way?
I'm casting it at the one that's at the one you said the one is 60 feet away because the max range is 60 feet. But
Yeah, I think you could probably get it over to this
if
one
I
here.
could, I would like to try that and just see if it could remove as much of the obstruction as possible from it.
I love that. All right.
It doesn't add like a strength, but it can like do like it can like perform like simple tasks. It's the only thing it's fucking good for. But
100%. I think clearing muck out of a little pool of water is a task that an unseen servant, can very realistically perform for you.
Is it a task or is it a chore? Come on.
Yes, and. So, is this your last spell slot that you're doing?
Yeah, I only have. I'm not doing it. I didn't want to wait to do a ritual, so this is just like the other one that I have. I have 2 right now, and I use one of them for floating disc. So
beautiful.
Yeah, this is my other one.
Beautiful. Yeah. So all of a sudden, and are they're collecting the? What exactly is the instruction for this?
You're muted.
Oh, I can't hear you all of a sudden.
Oh, sorry. I don't necessarily care about collecting it. I'm more interested in trying to like remove whatever is obstructing.
Sure.
Or blocking it. Like because I feel like I have a decent amount of moss. I don't need to like gather it. But
Fine.
I can mentally command it once each turn as bonus action. Interact with an object. Simple task that a human servant could do.
Yeah, no problem. This is definitely something a human servant is likely to be doing somewhere else in the city. Just maybe not on a cliff. So he just starts, and you just start seeing like globs of this algae, and with these chunks of moss getting like thrown off the side and like sloshing off. As that's happening, the whole side of the cliff starts to shake, and I need everyone to make a strength saving.
God damn it.
Dang it.
All right, it's been nice knowing you guys. Oh, pretty good.
A 15 on Vogue is great.
No.
Let's see. Oh, Riaz is there. Riaz is a 10. You're just barely doing well. Mina, that's a 2 minus a 1, which of course equals a bad roll. As this happens, everything goes black. Like everything is black. Like it's not nighttime. The cliff is there, and these pools of water are there, and nothing else is there. And Mina, you fall away. You fall away from this cliff as you, very much like Vogue did earlier, without rope in your hand, fall, and you're immediately past this ledge and falling. What do any of you do?
What is she falling to?
To the darkness below. The dark nothingness that is below currently.
Having no other tools at my disposal, the coiled rope that's been sitting with me on this ledge, I will hold one end in my left hand and try to chuck the other end at like Mina trajectorially to see if it can just start to unravel as it goes.
If he does that,
Interesting.
I use my mage hand to like help guide the rope towards her.
nice.
Okay.
I fucking fall. I don't know, man. I don't have anything for this.
Vogue, I think that that Ria's action is giving you advantage.
Okay.
As this mage hand grabs the end and tries to lead with the little strength that a mage hand has, the rope towards Mina. So you have advantage, but what roll are you going to make for this action?
I think the only thing that makes sense is either an attack or a dex check.
A dex check makes sense, like a it's an improvised weapon kind of deal.
Improvised weapon, thrown rope, sure.
Indiana Voguewai, make a dex check at advantage.
Oh yeah!
You see, and as you're seeing this, Mina, you like don't have the wherewithal to tell your goddamn unseen servant to stop it.
Oh, I
So,
don't. Yeah,
as he's like you can't see it, but you know he's like grabbing handfuls of this gunk and sloshing it off the side of this. And as each one does, the air around you pulses. And each time that happens, this rope gets boom, like closer and closer to you, coming closer, not at one shot, but in these sonic waves of force until your hands reach out and you grab onto it. Make a strength saving throw to hold onto this rope because you're still falling and trying to grab a rope as you fall.
3.
Fucking God.
My noodle arms.
This is what happens. You grab this rope. You successfully grab onto it, right? As you're falling. And you hold it, and it swings you. And then as you're going, you smack into this ledge here. And it makes you like, whoa, let go.
Yeah.
And you tumble ass over tea kettle. And you land, actually, Mina, inside that third pool of
Oh
water.
god. Oh god.
Oh wow.
Um,
God damn it.
Cushioned by algae, soft landing.
It's so soft. Oh god.
as you George of the jungle your way.
All I can picture is when you guys are swimming in the ocean and you just are all of a sudden in the middle of a giant shit ton of seaweed. That's what I'm feeling right now.
It's the worst feeling ever.
It's the worst feeling ever, yeah.
Scream, but it's too embarrassing.
Well, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage
Now,
on
Matthew.
this trip.
Here, listen. Now,
I
hear
don't
me
have
out.
7 HP.
Okay.
Hear me out, okay? Now, as I'm falling, because I will be honest with you guys, okay? I'm gonna be real straight with you here. I do have 6 HP left. However, if I have an action, there's something I could do that could save me from being completely just fucking knocked out in this pool. But I don't know if I have enough time to do it.
Yeah, you did not take an action. The other 2 companions took an action while you were falling. You literally said, "I continue to fall." So you have an action.
So what I'm gonna do is before I hit, I'm like, I will pull out quickly a long strand of hair. It looks suspiciously like a hair of a bison or something, and I will wrap it around my finger, my ring finger, in a knot, and I raise my hand out before me, and it burns. It catches fire and burns, and I cast Warding Bond targeting Obsession to get resistance.
Oh, no.
So I only take 3, and I will go to 3. If that were an Obsession, will take the other 3.
Yeah, you feel this connection to this poor old lady.
As I kill her.
This ox woman shaman.
Because you told me to.
Some miles away. And as you hit it and you just and you cast this spell and you feel in this moment of connection. And it's as if you hear her voice coming through you through space you've traversed and time that it seems you haven't. And you hear, "I will protect you." And you smack the shit into this ledge and fall in the water. Cool stuff. Mina disappears, boom, fully into this bit of water, which is strange because the other 2 bowls aren't big enough to do that. But she goes in and disappears. What do each of you do in response to this happening?
So what, I'm taking the robe off now. Okay, it's gonna reel.
Am I even back on the ledge, or am I dangling from it again?
You are on that ledge. Nope, you made your thing.
Fuck,
I
okay.
start coiling the rope back up to myself.
Hey, wait for me, dude. I'm still hanging on to that shit.
No, it's my rope.
Yeah, you have a different rope.
Oh, okay. Wait, who's holding my rope then?
It's attached to a python at the top.
Oh, okay.
Your rope.
I think I'm gonna try to climb back to Vogue. Here. It's time to reconvene.
How are you going to climb back to Vogue?
Like using the mountainside of my rope and the power of leverage.
Okay, you can certainly start doing that. Make an athletics check.
15.
Ooh.
All right, you start making your way back over. It's going to take you a little while because you don't have like a crazy
Yeah.
climbing speed or anything.
Yeah.
Vogue,
When I
what are you
puked earlier, Matt, did my puke fall 30 feet down into the pool that Mina is now floating in?
No, it got stuck up on this ledge or something.
That's disgusting.
No, she's not swimming in your puke. But the unseen servant has completely cleared that pool of water over here. Of gross stuff. It is water, and it is trickling over the side, much like the other one. And you can't see it because the servant is specifically unseen. That's what the spell is called. But this servant is standing arms akimbo, very proud of themselves.
What is
Just nobody knows.
I wish I could see that. I wish I could.
Completed
Unseen
their task.
servant without a command, just
T-posing. Yeah, making my way to Vogue right now.
Vogue.
If you feel like helping, you can.
Oh, you said you were just coiling the rope. Mina,
I'm just suffering, Matthew. That's what I'm doing. That's my
you
Unreal.
are in water, surrounded, unsure of which way is up, with these green bubbles, like the worst bits of sticky green boba that you've ever been surrounded by. What do you do?
I think what I'm going to do is, can I see it all? Is it totally dark? I do have some dark vision as an elf.
Make a perception check.
Oh boy, this is a big one. This is a big one, people. Okay, perception check. Can I see anything? Let's see. Okay.
Could be worse. Could be
And-
worse.
I can see in front of my face.
You look around at this darkness and this thick algae that is just covering you. It actually seems to be swirling around you in like clumps almost, but you can see through those clumps as they move by. And you look up and you know it's up because beyond it, you can see stars. Stars so bright and clear, obscured as these clumps of algae wash in front, but so crystalline, almost like a mosaic painted on the dome of a building, not actually the night sky.
Interesting. Okay. I want to try to get in touch with whatever dwells here, whatever spirit, whatever entity calls this place home. I don't know if that would be like a religion. Basically, I want to take instead of like freaking out, I want to try to like find not take a breath because I can't fucking do that, but like just calm myself if I can and just be like, okay, in this moment, what do I need to know? What do I need to do?
I think this is the closest thing Mina has to religion, so I'd be happy with a religion check, an arcana check, something.
It feels
along those
right to me to
lines.
do religion here.
Yeah.
So 15.
You take this still moment and you look up. And then to the side of you, you notice a light shining. And you look over, thinking maybe that one of the stars has come from the sky to visit. And when you look over to the side, it's Timothy. Because Timothy isn't a moth, he's a familiar. He is a magical creature, and he's flying through this water there to keep you company so you're not alone in the darkness. What are you asking of whatever it is you're trying to connect to?
I know something's wrong. And I want to help. But I don't want to do the wrong thing. And I think in my heart I'm questioning, like, should I clear this last pool? Like, is that like I guess I'm asking permission. I'm asking for I'm asking for consent to do this.
Consent is sexy, people. Sorry.
There is a voice. Not a voice as such, more like when you were getting these impressions from this lizard that you were hanging out with, right? These impressions from some sort of thinking being, and it doesn't come out as words. But even were it to come out as words, you wouldn't be able to make them out because it's muffled. As if the voice is gagged, as if there's something over it, blocking whatever words it could otherwise be saying.
Then I will, in that moment, with the last breath air I have, release it to cast the vocal command for Shape Water, and I'll just try to like push myself and the rest of the water in this pool out as much as I can of it, like just geyser style almost.
You stand up, and all of a sudden your feet are on stone as you're standing at the bottom of this bowl, and you jump up and possibly high, right? Because I mean, this thing is only a foot deep or so, and you're there, and the water just sprays out from you like the end of Free Willy, as it clears and immediately starts filling again, but only with the tiniest bit at first, and everything is still dark. But the other two of you see this. Rhea clinging to the rope on the side of this cliff, Vogwai feeling emptied, but looking down at your friend quite a bit a ways below, very much there, very much triumphant. Everything is still dark. As if
Guys?
you're nowhere.
Mina,
Oh, I knew you would make it. Oof.
did you clear it?
I think so. I think so.
Good
I
for
don't
you.
know. For sure. I have to get back up to you. You both somehow.
Let me get to Vogue, and then I'll try to throw my rope to you using Mage Hand again.
Well, more clever.
There's another
Oh.
pulse of sonic energy in the air, but you all keep your footing, or, well, Rhea, you're holding onto this rope still with your feet against it, and each time there's another pulse, the water around your feet, Mina, fills up a little bit more with water, until finally, it starts to spill over the outside. Mina, this has been kind of a moment for you, so I want you to give me a roll. Roll, please, a D12.
Okay. D12. 4.
Okay. Roll again, please. A D8.
D8. 1.
I think those kinds of rolls are the only ones where you'll get us saying.
I love
"One,"
them because I'm just
so
like,
peacefully.
because I'm just like, what does it mean?
I rolled a 1.
And I think this is very like emotional for me. So like, as she sees this water start to break through, I think she just starts to cry, out of the stress of this moment, and just grabs like Timothy and holds him close to her.
And then give me just any roll, even it's evens odds. So I roll a D something.
I'm gonna do a D. I'm gonna do a D100. 86, baby.
Nice. 86 then.
The 86, the fucking beer liver.
It is middle of the day. And water is flowing down this side of this cliff in a very natural sort of way. And you look out, And again, you see a bird, not this big hawk this time, but just a little shitty kind of bird. I don't know birds, guys. It's a little shitty bird, kind of like swooping down and flying quickly just on the top of the tree line.
Moving at
And
normal
beyond,
speed.
seeming to move at a normal speed, and beyond the mountains in the distance, there is a storm raging, stopping right before it gets to the domain of Parsa. And it feels to me like this is a good place. Say we will pick it up right here next time.
So peaceful. I feel like my mom read me a bedtime story or something.
Peacefully puking, shaking, sweating, and withdrawing on a tiny cliff ledge.
Yeah, but also feel peaceful, does it not?
And Prince and the Princess were slaughtered mercilessly by bandits. Little Jimmy, have a great night's sleep.
No happily ever after. Oh, this is good.
Beautiful.
It felt
Yes, very good.
big for me.
I know.
Like
A lot of information. Just I feel like a lot of
Hmm.
things that.
A lot of bad rolls. A lot of bad rolls.
lots
My
of bad
favorite kind of
rolls.
session. You know that.
You're right.
I love low rolls. I love them.
This is a lovely kind of insane skill challenge, Matt.
Yeah.
To kind of throw it. I was like, wow, this is halfway through. I was like, oh shit, this is in debt. This is involved.
Yeah, it's a lot more dangerous than I had initially expected.
Yeah, I really like doing skill challenge puzzles, whatever you want to call it. That, like, it is what it is, no matter what the hell your party. Like I said, if you had a monk, guys, you would have just been like, 20. I just did it. It's all done. Thank you, guys. But you didn't. You didn't have that. So some things will be very easy for your makeup, and some things you'll have to think differently.
Well, I think this isn't gratifying for me personally about like doing something that your character's not good at, like having to do all these fucking like acrobatics and still. But then it's like it's also funny because I've used everything I had. I used every
You did.
class feature.
You
I used every spell. I even used the fucking I used the circle like feature with like literally I had, like nothing. I'm sitting at 3 HP with nothing left.
But that's one thing that I noticed during the game. It's interesting how you have different characters built for different situations. Because like you were doing all of these things that were so useful to our situation, and I was just looking at my character sheet, dumbfounded, because all I can do, baby, is hit hard, but nothing else.
This is something that I built. This broader thing was something I was built. Like not a specific end to challenge, but like this journey to get here was something that I very much can help with.
Yeah.
It was good shit, guys. Very good. Very fun session.
Yep.
Very cool, man. That slowly flying bird really got me. I was like, fuck. I was like, this is gonna. If it fucking waved at me, I was gonna be like, I'm done. I'm getting out. I'm leaving the table. Walking away.
No real birds have waved at Vogue. They've just talked to him that
Yeah.
one time.
True. That's
Oh wait, yeah, that
That
never
really
was
helped.
explained.
never.
What do you mean?
Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, we got the normal ass backstory from the other bird, but that bird talking to you was never explained.
You guys didn't believe me. Why'd I bring it up again? Oh, he's just high. He's just a blue jay talking.
Well, tell me, if I was Vogue and you were Rhea, tell me you wouldn't have said the same shit.
Hey,
I'm sorry I sent this 86 years into the future. Apologies. I'm gonna get back and everyone
I
goes.
hope
My
that's not what
parents!
that
We have to
fucking
check
means.
on my parents next session.
holy shit, that's crazy.
Maybe my parents are dead. My parents are supposed to be old goblins right now, by the way.
I hope
They are
it's
old,
just
they're old.
days or like hours.
No, I have no idea what those rules mean. But good shit, Matt. Thank you guys. That was a great session.
Yep.
All right, viewers, if you
Wow.
like this, then catch us in 2 weeks on the 17th of December for more City Apart.
And if you
In
didn't like this,
Parsa?
then we have a surprise for you next week.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you
It involves me
prefer
getting beat up
Avatar,
in a dumpster. If you guys want to see that.
Yeah. You're
Yes.
more into the like mafia,
Yeah, we're
martial
doing
arts type fiction.
next Sunday is hang on here, Avatar Legends, taking
December
place
10th.
in Republic City because we decided we love campaigns that are set in just one city.
Yep.
Was that planned when we started doing this? I mean, it was for one campaign, but it wasn't.
It just
We didn't say
shit
that's all we were going to
happens.
do.
They're very different cities, though. They're very different cities.
Yes. Parsa, my early pseudo ancient medieval mountain landscape, and like steampunk waterbender shit.
Hell yeah.
Very different. Awesome.
December
Well,
10th, 6 p.m. And City Apart continues December 17th at 6
And that'll probably be the last week. I assume we'll take our like holiday hiatus after that
Yes.
for a little bit.
Yeah, because we got holidays coming up.
Because Christmas Eve and then Sunday after that, and that's New Year's Eve, I think.
all right,
Exactly.
guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. We love to hear what you think about it. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.